Well, welcome to KRÜG'S Review. And today, before we get started, I want to show you on one of my latest Lego builds that I've been working on, one that's really sort of neat. As you know, I put together some of the really more interesting Lego things, cityscapes. I did the Notre Dame Cathedral, the King Ludwig from Bavaria's castle from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And they do fun things, you know, like Snow White's cottage and the Flintstones, that kind of stuff. But today I want to show you, before we get started on review, quickly, I want to show you something that I just finished, and it's really cool. Okay, here it is, my latest Lego project. And it is a lighthouse. It has a rotating beacon at the top. And if it's dark enough, you can see the cottage, the maintenance guy's or caretaker's cottage lights up too. It has a glowing fireplace in there. It's got the little mariner down here with his telescope, and at the very bottom's a guy in a canoe, I guess a fisherman, not a canoe, small boat. That's pretty cool. All right, enough for that. Let's go on to our review for today on KRÜG'S Review. Hello and welcome to KRÜG'S Review. I guess you notice my sidekick Edison is not with me right now anyway. He's taking a nap, and if he decides to come in and try some of these treats with us, then I'll get his chair set here. But for right now, you just got me. I had mentioned we were going to do South Korea next, and I was wrong. Well, in a way, I wasn't wrong. We got South Korea, and I really wasn't impressed with what I had. It was mostly chips and things like that. There wasn't really a lot of candy and sweet stuff. And you know me, I love my sweet stuff. So I decided to go to the next one, and it's a country we have never done before, and I'm surprised we haven't because it's such a major country in at least Western civilization. France. Yeah. I haven't looked at this stuff ahead of time because I think it'd be more fun to just be hit with it as we do it. And so let's start what we got here in our little tray of goodies. We'll start with that. I'm going to look at, first thing, and I think this is a cookie, le sable le mer poulard. As you can see, I'm guessing what that means. Maybe something of the sea, le mer, the sea? I don't know. Let's try it out. See what we got right here. Okay, it is a cookie. You know, I always make a mess. I got my tablecloth cleaned up from the last time, but okay, these are just fairly nondescript. Got a little bit of a shiny coating on them. Maybe that's the buttery coating. Okay, they're good. They're buttery. They're flaky. Sort of like Walker's cookies from Scotland or England up there. They're good. Okay, I'll give that for what it is, a 6.5 maybe. Okay. Let's do a big one here. St. George's biscuits, made in France. Milk chocolate bar cookie with creamy filling, crispy and creamy, as you can see there. Okay, well, this is interesting looking. You're going to get a kick out of this. It's like a long cookie, almost like ladyfingers, but it's got a little chocolate car on it. Now, isn't that cute? Look at that. Am I in focus there? Isn't that cute? Oh, that's good. And it's got something inside the chocolate there. Some kind of filling. It might be hazelnut. It just says creamy filling. That's good. I'll give it an 8 for uniqueness. I'll give it about a 7 for flavor. It's good. Not blowing me away, but it's okay. Nice. Okay. What's interesting about these treats from other countries, you know, in America, every single food product has its nutritional value and caloric value on the back, on the back of its packaging or labeling. And a lot of this stuff from overseas does not have that. So what they have done, we get this booklet that comes with it and describes all the treats that you get. Well, you can see In the back, they go ahead. If it doesn't have it on it, they're going to make sure it does have on it, because if they're selling it in the United States, FDA requires it to be on it. So that is taken care of. So that's a good thing. All right, moving on. This is called a mini roll, and it has what looks like a raspberry on the front. And it looks like a pastry roll. Okay, I'm going to take a bite of it first, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, it's pretty good. You see that? It's pretty fruity. It is sort of doughy, quite a bit of doughy. It's very soft, but the fruit flavor is very strong and it's good. It holds its own with the dough. I would have liked that maybe if it was baked a little longer. It seems almost undercooked, but that may be just the way they want it. Mini roll, and it does have a raspberry on the front. That's good. I'll give that maybe a 6.5. I wouldn't go to a 7. It's not quite there. Next, Madeleine, non-GMO. Oh, that's important. Made in France. There you go. See that? St. Michael Biscuitier Familia, 1905. So I guess it's a family biscuit maker. Made in France, St. Michael, or St. Michel, excuse me. I forget where. Okay, this just looks like a blimp. Okay, that's all it is. It's like a cupcake without icing. This is fresh, I can tell that. What's the date on it? April 5th, so it's good for another month. It was made the 31st of March last year. I don't think there's anything in this. No, it's just, I'll give that a 5, 5.5. The flavor is adequate. It's got just a hint of vanilla. But, I mean, there's nothing to it. It's almost like glorified bread. I wouldn't recommend that one. Okay. This one is called Truffy's and Company, or NCO, I guess that's company, cola flavor. And it's got this little guy on it in, almost looks like an American hat on the top there. See that? Truffy's and Company. Oh. Okay, they got a cocoa covering, and they taste like cola, but they got a sort of a, it's chocolate and cola flavor, which doesn't go together too well. They're sort of two of the same type thing clashing. Okay, inside it's pretty good. It's more chocolate. Hi, sweetie. You want to sit up with Barry? Come on up here. I got Philo here with me. Philo is our new little puppy. He just turned 6 months old a few days ago. I don't know if you can see that. If I get that in focus there. There we go. Ooh, it's melting in my hand. Once you get the full chocolate flavor inside, it's not too bad. But that initial flavor with the cola, hey, Barry's got some candy. You want to come up here? Jump up. Anyway, it's pretty good. I'll give it a 6.5. It's acceptable. It's not bad. It's different. Very different. And I guess they call it a truffy because it's in a truffle shape. It's all right. All right, continuing. Brett's Chavert Piment d'Espagne. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. I don't know anything about French other than the Eiffel Tower and oui. So, or Ouija, the Ouija board is yes, no board. You going to get up here with Barry? Come on up here and sit with Barry. Now we got Philo. Looky there. Yeah. Okay. You want a chip? Ooh, okay. These are chips. A chip? Yeah. These are just basic potato chips. And again, how to translate that, I have no idea. It shows cheese, peppers, and then of course the chip itself. So it must be a So it is supposed to be a cheesy, peppery thing. Piment. Oh, that might be pimento. The cheese tastes funky, like it's some type of brie funky cheese they put on the chip, which makes it a little wild tasting. I guess some people might like this, but this American tongue, You like another piece of chip? Chip? Yeah. He likes that. Okay, I'll give that a 5.5. It's not, there's so many chips worldwide and they're so good chips. That doesn't quite make it. Okay, here's another one from the same company. This is, again, Brits. And it says on the top, La Chipsier Française. So it must be the French chip maker, I guess. See that? Savier Mille Montard. Okay, it looks like it's, Montard must be mustard. I think these are honey mustard. We'll see. I can smell the vinegar. Again, they're just, regular chips. These are better. And I can taste the honey and the mustard. And it's nice. These are nice. I give this a 6. 6.5 to 7. It's a Dijon mustard. That makes it even better. That's very good. Good chips. France, you redeemed yourself from whatever that was. Chips. Yeah. Okay, we're getting down near the end here. This looks like a snowball. It says Coconut Dome. Patrelle. I'm not sure how French pronounce that. Patrelle. I know they don't pronounce anything the way it looks. So, Patrelle? Something like that. I don't know what this flavor is because it doesn't really say. It just says, well, coconut, obviously. I guess that's it. Coconut artificial flavor. And it looks like a snowball. Very, very light. This isn't marshmallow. This is hard. Very light. You there? Now this is coconut. Little doggies can't have, lick my mouth. Little doggies can't have coconut. You can have a piece of cupcake though. You want that? Yeah, that's good. This is good, has good flavor. The consistency is odd for us because we don't have normally this kind of, I guess there are some candies that are dry and hard like this and crumbly, but it's very interesting and the flavor is very good. Very strong coconut flavor. Very different, very good. Now, what Yums does when you get the box, when there's miscellaneous little stuff, then they'll put them in a bag like this and call them tiny or teeny Yums. We had some of these the last month, and I didn't go through all of them because there's so many of them, and a lot of this is just, I don't want to say junk candy, but you know what I mean, hard candy that's be there stale in your doctor's office dish. So I don't want to really dwell on this much. What we've got here, it looks like we got some taffies, some caramels, and bonbons maybe? That's what we've got. So let's take a look at the bonbon there. And it's chocolate, of course. Just a typical, no, you can't have that, sweetie. Okay, it's got like fudge inside. No, wait. Good flavor. I give that a 6.5 to 7. Really good. Really nice chocolate flavor. Okay, let's try the caramel, and I don't want to break my teeth on this. If it's real hard, I'm not going to dwell on it, which it seems to be fairly hard. Your typical caramel, you know. I got a lot of crowns in my teeth. I don't want it in my mouth. I don't want to pull any off. Okay, well I've had a lot better caramel. It's just sweet. I'm not getting a lot of that real caramel flavor, so we won't dwell on that. Let's do one of these taffies, which I believe are taffies. Looks like we got raspberry, lemon, and grape. Let's try grape. All right, this is the, sweetie, can move here for a second so I can show the people here. There you go. Well, this is, I think, taffy, and it's grape. Oh, it's hard. I'm not going to bite anymore. That's too hard for these old teeth. I'm not going to do that. Flavor's almost wild. It's not your typical artificial grape flavor. It's more almost like a natural, I don't want to say wine grape, but it's almost like when you eat grapes, fresh grapes, it has that kind of flavor. That's interesting. You don't normally have that, so that's okay. All right. Oh, sweetie, I'll give you another chip. You want another chip? Well, thank you for being with us today, looking at these treats from France. French candy and snacks like this you don't hear about much. You know, Switzerland, you've got Nestle's, and Germany, Lindt, and England, Cadbury. But France, you don't hear much. And there was no real chocolate bar here. It was all just sort of odds and ends, which is interesting in itself. It wasn't as big a box this time. So, whoa! So up here. Here you go. So, anyway, again, thank you for being with us. And as always, we will see you on the flip side.